Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Good to see you again, and happy Friday and happy release day of Awakening of the New Era OP05. This booster box is filled to the brim with powerful cards, absolutely amazing alt arts, and congratulations to a lot of the people that have been posting some of their pulls as of late. And I was lucky enough that my local shop, the Booster Box, allowed me to come in today and film a box opening early, so let's just hop into it and see what the pulls are. So funny enough, as I was getting into this game when it first came out this past December, I actually wasn't getting into it to play. I was more getting into it just to collect and enjoy the cards because I've always been a big fan of One Piece. But the more and more that I was looking at the cards and I was admiring them and I was really happy about pulling the packs, I really wanted to find a place to play, and I got really lucky. This shop actually ended up opening up like around, I think it was February or March of this year. And it was such a blast just being able to like connect with the owners of the shop and a lot of the people that work there, as well as a lot of the regulars and locals that come through. And I've just made like timeless friends through a lot of the, you know, experiences I've had there. And so far, I've had like, I think my first ever win at this shop, my first ever, like, I would say quote unquote big tournament win that was like over 30 players. I was like, wow, whoa, this is crazy. And it was such a wild experience to me, like just getting into a TCG for the first time and then coming in, being welcomed, having a good time. And that's why I love this community. I mean, all of you guys on YouTube obviously have been fantastic, nothing but kind comments and just like all around positive words, you know. And I think that's what the beauty is of these card games, is just bringing people together and just having a blast, you know. And I love to see the Enel leader. Such a cool little Slim Shady right there. But Shirahoshi being one of the coolest looking rares in the set, absolutely loved that. I think they really killed it on some of the rares in this set in particular. You know, there are some that were a little like plain, but I would say the vast majority of them is like really neat. They actually added sort of some of the texture that they've been doing on the SRs and the alt arts and all that good stuff. So I've been a huge fan, and especially of this card, the secret rare Luffy 10 cost. I mean, just look at the foiling on that. It is absolutely incredible. That is something I will 100% be running in the red purple Luffy list. And I tried it out in the purple Luffy list just to like give it a go, but it doesn't feel like it's meant for purple Luffy. It's more like the red purple idea. And I can't wait to see future leaders that they'll come out with that will also, you know, like complement that Luffy. And Sabo's artwork here looking super spiffy. You know what? And you can agree or disagree with me in the comments about this, but I will say that I actually like the SR Sabo more than I like the alt art Sabo. Something about the alt art Sabo is just, I don't know, it's kind of like the most plain alt art of the set. I think everything else they absolutely killed, and like the texture, the background, the, you know, the character itself, it looks so crazy. Like this Koala SR though, I mean, come on, that's amazing. And I think her alt art is amazing as well. It's got like the water inside of it and just kind of like texture going around with that. I love that as a whole. And purple Luffy being picked up as well. Love to see getting all the leaders and a couple of the nice events coupled with that beautiful Dawn card. And I definitely want to get a full playset of these. I've been trying to get a playset of each and every Dawn that comes out from OP01 to OP05. So my goal is to eventually have 10 of each, all the way up to, you know, set 50. You know, I want to try and collect that. It's just been like a fun little hobby of mine. And then, and now, you know what's funny is I don't necessarily use all of them. I just want to have all of them, you know? That way I can start bringing like a small deck box that will have all of my alt art Dons, and I can just choose which one I want to play with, you know, flavor of the day right there. And yeah, Roshinante, this is one of the coolest looking rares in the set for me. I love this ulti card. Both the super rare of that and the alternate art are just fantastic looking. And I really do think that that's going to be a card to like look out for in the future. I could be wrong, but it just seems like the ability is so good for a multicolored leader. And I mean, who knows? We could kind of see where it goes, but ulti originally I thought would be a fun addition to Sakazuki, but it didn't really play into the list how I wanted it to. But picking up the second Alt Art Dawn, super happy about it. And it's going to be tough to top like picking up that 10 cost Luffy as far as like just pure artwork is concerned. If you've seen the alternate art of that card, of the secret rare, God, does it look good. And there's that Manchury going for ridiculous prices right now. I'm hoping that that settles down now that the release date is out, but those pre-orders for Manchury were looking pretty wild there for a bit. I was like, oh, every single one of these I pull, I'm up $10. Here we go. And now Ohm coupled with the Fire Fist. Absolutely love to see that. I hope that they continue to do alternate arts of events in the future. So far, we've only seen that Fire Fist from, I believe, OP03. But it would be really cool to see some alt art events in the future. We do have that premium Bandai order that's coming out in, I think it's like March of next year. And I think those are great, but at the same time, like just ripping open some packs and getting like one of those, like when I pulled the alt art Fire Fist. Oh, by the way, this caught me off guard while I was opening this. I looked at Vergo and the spoons are textured. So like when you shine the, when you shine the light over them, you see the spoon, the fork, and the knife differently. I love that. I absolutely love that. Just the small touches on these cards are fantastic. But you know, would you guys agree? I would love to see some alt art events in the future. I think it would just be so fun. Fire Fist was absolutely amazing to see, but you know, I want to see some different ones, some new events coming out. Maybe we have like a whole set that's, you know, predominantly focused around events, and then they end up like making a lot of alt arts around that. That would be really neat. But maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just a little crazy. I just think it would be a pretty cool little tidbit to add to the game. And yeah, pulling another Enel there. And I had a question the other day. Somebody was asking about pulling the duplicate leaders in boxes. Well, the idea is that there are 6 leaders in this set. You get 8 leaders per box. So you do end up getting like 1 or 2 duplicates. I don't know why I said 1 or 2, because it's definitely 2. But there's Pika, another SR for us there. I think Pika is a little weak for green at the moment. It's not fantastic, but I do love the idea of the card in the future. It's really exciting to think about like how Doflamingo Pirates could go in the future. And now we've got Vergo into the Trafalgar Law. Yes, the Trafalgar Law. People keep giving me a hard time, but God, that card is beautiful. I'm like, it's Trafalgar. You can, tomato. But God, it looks so good. I actually love this, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's by Akira Igawa. That artwork, because it reminds me exactly of the Zoro from OP01, which I thought was easily one of the best artworks out of the entire One Piece card game. I just love how he does it. It feels like you can almost feel the texture in every single card that he makes. And now we've got Rebecca as well, one of the best SRs for Sakazuki, as well as many lists in the future. I've seen a really interesting Rebecca list floating around that had that was using, obviously some of the Dressrosa cards that have been added now, like Manchury, Rebecca, even including Lucci. I think that people are cooking up some stuff, man. I'm really excited to see where the meta goes with a lot of these cards. I won't lie, the more and more that yellow gets triggers, though, I think I just get triggered because I'm like, please, For the love of God. I'm so tired of having my opponent get a 5k body out of life every time I attack. It is so unfortunate. But the Sabo leader, I love the effect of that leader. Just sadly, red and black are just not it. If they did, you know, maybe like green black, I think that Sabo would have been actually really insane. But can't, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Can't win them all. But I tell you what, opening up this pack today was fantastic. I just had so much fun. It's like every time a new set comes out, there's nothing like getting the new box, the new set, ripping open some packs, and finding some absolute heat in there. And so far, picking up Trafalgar Law and the Luffy card has just made me happy, because two of my favorite characters from the series, and also Rob Lucci right there, the man, the myth, the top hat, looking spiffy. I love that they did the buttons and the collar as well as the flower on his shirt for the SR. Looks really, really clean. I think that the alt art of that card is probably one of the best in the set as well. It just has that rainbow effect going around him. I mean, you can't really beat that. It just looks fantastic. And Bello Betty's alt art looks fantastic as well. I think there are going to be quite a lot of people trying to play that Bello Betty list, because it is aggressive. It is punch you in the face aggressive. It is kind of terrifying sometimes. Playing up against it, if you lack the right amount of blockers or removal, or even just counter power in hand, you're gonna take a bit of an L there. And now Gedatsu and Killer. I think a lot of the yellow alt arts I actually haven't seen yet. I know that there is the yellow alt art for Gedatsu and Nell, and I think there's one other that I'm forgetting off the top of my head, but I've seen just pictures of them, but they look really good. But I know that the pictures never do it justice. And there's my boy Sakazuki. But the pictures really do never do it justice. Like, I know for a fact that seeing an SP now in person over seeing it just over like a picture on the internet is insanely different. The SP looks phenomenal in person, and I cannot wait to kind of like show off some of the SPs as well as some other hits in the future. But that was the last pack of the box. Eustace Captain Kidd wrapping it up. Pretty solid. But the pulls all around, obviously getting two done. You love to see that they've added that new addition since OP04. The Ulti, Kidd, Lucci SRs. Getting into the Rebecca, Pika, as well as Koala, and then Sabo. But saving the best for last, we've got Luffy as well as the Law alt arts. They look so good. Well, actually, the Luffy being the secret rare, excuse me. But the Law alt art, so clean, so good. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to check out the booster box on their website, it's theboosterbox.com. And all of their other links and socials will be down below in the description below. But I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.